All right, y'all, we back. We had to hit the camera off for a second.
I was about to get mad.
Got brother Omar. Got my man Keith. We out here just moving on these streets.
Everybody's related. After everybody's related. They don't even call you friend.
Yeah.
You're my brother.
Oh yeah.
You got a friend.
Your brother, yeah.
Family. Them sit down, you family.
Oh yeah, I've had that happen.
They don't go by cousins. They don't do none of that shit. Brother, sister.
Yeah.
They don't do none of that shit.
Yo, beat my wife.
No, I laugh because that's exactly how they sound too. That's exactly how they sound.
This is my daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, your daughter.
Yeah.
How old is your daughter?
Yeah.
And my
Yo.
girl right there, and she like, I'm like, look, she's first day, she like, yup.
Man, look. Oh my God, it's beautiful out here.
What you about to get into? I'm about to roll out. Glad I was able to do this, yo.
You know what? I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna continue my journey on moving my feet. I ain't in the rush to get on no subway. I'm gonna go this way, and home for me is back the other way. I'm just gonna take my time moving, walking. If I get on the train, like, where am I? Like, I'm going home, but I'm not gonna rush.
Me, I just told you.
I want to take advantage of this because
my kids to some party.
Right.
Because I don't know when it's gonna be like this again, man. I'm gonna take advantage. I ain't rushing. I ain't gonna rush.
I just gotta go home and get kids and stuff. If I gotta come back out. Right, bro.
If I had a car right now, we'd be out.
Listen, I'm glad I got my permit. I can't wait.
If I had a car right now, we'd be somewhere by the freaking Statue of Liberty.
I'm have my way.
You got that real ID?
My mom keep telling me to get that shit.
You got a passport. You don't really need it.
Yeah, I got a passport.
Just going. Just another way to keep track of it.
Yeah,
That's why I won't get one.
It's a tracking system.
Because I notice it's like
you can't travel domestically if you don't get your ID upgrade.
yeah, but then they'll tell you that you can't have that if you're old child support. It's a lot of it's just a listen. Sometimes we have to not give them a reason to be up on us so much. That's why certain things I won't do when people are like, why don't you do this? I'll be like, nope, that's just another way with them keeping up with you. I don't need you, like, listen, I tell people, you don't want your household to be broken up, man. Keep the system out your business.
Let me look.
Exactly.
See what
Keep
you
them out
just
your
said?
business.
You know what you just said? This is why I try to explain them on good, right? This is what the situation that we're in.
Yeah. Best Buy, y'all.
I'm doing a woman. That shit in my face. And it's going on 6 years. Like I said, I can say that, the one thing I always said I was wrong for is that I kept feeding that shit. Because
It happens.
Because I had 3 jobs, and if you want to do something, I was taught that instead of tell you to clean the garbage, complain about it.
Yeah.
I go take that shit out, and then I can complain about it because I had to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm doing all that, and then coming home, which is my house.
What the hell?
My name is on the lease.
Yeah.
It's not like I lived with you, bro.
Yeah, man, listen. I tell people that all the fathers that's coming up and getting into these situations, or I tell them before they do, best thing you can do is keep the system out your business.
And then, and then you go and tell you go to the kids' school and then tell them that I punched you in the face.
Man, look.
And the sad part is this is how the criminal court got closed. I have a ring. I have the ring camera set up, not only outside the house, but inside. So the same day you saying I hate you, bro, you got the whole argument on tape. I ain't on camera.
Hey, listen.
You see me walk out the crib.
Some of these dudes are gonna make it much harder than it has to be because they let their feelings get the best of them, and here it is. Now you got a case.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to learn to just be like, you got to ask yourself the truth, right? No matter what you and her got going on, what you thought you had going on, at the end of the day, is this shit really worth it?
That's what it is.
Because something's going to happen that it's not going to be no coming back from me. I'm going to end up in prison. Now I gotta get permission from the system to see my kids.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's funny, my first 2. And it's crazy because I had to break it. her because I was gonna kill her. She was married.
Yeah, and it ain't even worth it.
She was married for 5 years before she even told me. And we had twins.
That's crazy.
And you living with me.
That's
You
crazy.
living with me.
That's
Your husband-
nasty.
Your husband's not even in jail.
That's nasty
So
work.
technically, I won because at the end of the day, I can say those kids ain't mine. I don't have to pay no child support. That's where the child support came from. I'm paying child support for legally for kids that ain't mine.
Yo, that's nasty work,
Legally.
man.
Biologically, that way. But legally, if you want to go the legal route,
listen.
you marry when you conceive them. I can say those is his kids.
You know what though?
I can actually say that.
We gonna change all that, believe it or not.
And
We gonna fix all that.
And that's why she signed up to get out here. She know
And you should be rewarded for that.
Yeah, man. I always tell y'all, stand up for what y'all believe in, man. Y'all know I always have these topics on the regular. Stand up for what you believe in. You don't let the system put their foot in your ass. You put your foot in their ass. I'm saying? These are fathers. Now you hear this father that's talking. It's from the program. This is what we be talking about. This is real shit, man. We have these topics and these conversations all the time.
5 years. 5 years. I held on for 2.5 years trying to keep her around for the kids' sake. But it got to the point every morning I'm like this. I'm looking at her. I've got to do that. I should kill this bitch. I had to kick her. I kicked her. I knew if I tell you leave the kids and you go, you ain't gonna, it's gonna be a whole big ass argument. So I just told her all three get the fuck out. Pay for their cab, send her back to the country, and I sent her back to her mother. Now he's back home to now. I'm gonna have my son ask him. Because they act fucked up. Stop him. And he's like trying to stab him. And he tried to stab him.
Yeah, we're about to cut out of here in a few, y'all. Y'all bear with me, though. We just standing here, we vibing.
Basically, what y'all saying, don't need to be part of the
Yo, your camera work? We gotta get a pic, man.
That's what they really trying to do. Yeah.
So I'll get a pic while we out here.
Slick Star. Slick Star. Come on, take this damn bag off. Boxing extraordinaire. Alright? Yeah. Let's go. Shit, you gotta go.
I'm already home. Like I say, my kids is out in the world. My two 14-year-olds, they somewhere. I don't work.
I ain't gonna lie, it's a nice day, yo.
Too nice.
I swear I'm finna take my time going home.
As you should.
I'm finna take my time. I ain't gonna take too long,
Yeah, that's what
but I'm gonna take some time. Because I don't know when this is gonna happen again.
Our fathers used to work in.
Oh, word? Across the street? Well, I wonder what happened. Well, I was gonna say, I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened, huh? Yeah, man. Listen, we definitely gonna have more days of doing this. This was beautiful.
I'm doing something nice with my birthday.
If it was up to me, I would have came out from eating and I'd have went to a movie.
Oh yeah, June.
If it would have been up to me, we gotta come back and do it. Yeah?
Yeah, my birthday's on a Sunday, so I'm gonna do something that Saturday.
Let me know, bro. I gotta get him one of the shirts. I'm about to get the No Duck Zone shirts back. So I'm gonna need everybody's size.
Oh nah, yeah.
I'm gonna need everybody's size.
Oh, that's my thing. All summer, since I barely wear shit like this, I say you only.
You're about to see my brand heavy in the
I
streets.
design my own stuff. My daughter, this is the shirt my daughter made. Out of a bed sheet, out of a bed pillow.
I was about to ask. It kind of looked like it.
It's a bed sheet, bro.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Looks like it.
Feel this shit.
That's crazy.
That's a sheet, bro.
That's
It's
crazy.
a full-blown shirt, bro.
That's crazy.
Yo, when our fathers used to work there, we did security right there.
The glass building? Oh wow.
You know who lives there? One of the founders of Google, yo.
For real?
Oh, word?
Rich.
For real?
One of the founders of Google.
Oh, well, let's show him again.
Oh, Larry Page, one of them.
Oh, this building straight ahead.
Y'all really want to laugh? Y'all really want to laugh? When Apple first came out, I was in high school, right? And we had a field trip. We
Yeah.
go down to the facility. We went down there, right? And he said, "Did anybody have a question to ask?" My boy, whose father's an investor, he says, "How much is y'all stocks worth?" Yo, my friend to this day, I swear to God, the only person I know that's a multi-millionaire. He bought stock.
In Apple?
In Apple. How much we went back then? It was like $5 a share. He used $500.
Oh, we're good to go.
Yes, sir. I mean, I swear to God, by the time the iPad came,
Oh, he was already. That's the iPad.
yeah, by the time the iPad came, this motherfucker is a multi-billion.
What year was that?
That was like 2000, that's early 2000s, right?
Because people don't really use iPads.
Yeah, right? This motherfucker.
I haven't seen it.
This motherfucker he lives in a roof.
Oh, he moved.
He moved. Every day he's always posting up some picture talking about thank Apple. We always got an Apple. All type of shit. But I always tell him he's the only smart out of all the people I've ever grew up with. I'm like, you was the smartest motherfucker. And you was the dumbest one that made the smartest decision.
You said the dumbest one.
The dumbest one made the
Dumbest
smartest
one.
decision. Yeah.
It be like that
And
though.
it be like that.
It be like that though.
Dumbest person I've
Everybody
ever
always got a smart dumb person in their
Yeah.
crew.
He was I'm telling you.
Like, you know what made me mad with you? You smart, but you dumb at the same time.
Like he's a smart. When it comes to money, you
Yeah.
couldn't tell him nothing.
You got some people in certain departments, they're a
Everything else
genius.
in the world, yo, how you spell airplane? That was him. That was him.
He said, how you spell airplane?
Yo, how you spell Rodriguez? That's your last name, bro. You know that's your last name. This is who he was.
Ah.
Retarded motherfucker ended up being that rich.
Do something about Apple.
Because it only, yup. And he was, and that's, I don't know what it was that made him like gravitate to that point in time. Because it was just Samsung and Sony.
How old is he?
36. He knows something in him. He knows.
You getting on the 4, 5, 6?
I take the easy.
Oh,
I gotta take the 4 or the 5 to the crib. I can take
Yeah.
the 6 to get 100 points.
I'm gonna walk this one out.
Yeah, you gonna see? Yeah, no wrong. You gonna see Nick jerseys in about a.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk this one out. I took the train over here, but I'm gonna walk this one out.
Yeah,
I'm feeling good, man. I'm just gonna chill. Wifey already with my cousin uptown.
I might walk with you.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. What train you gotta? Cause I'm just doing this. This is working on my channel and all. You know what I mean? So this keep me out of trouble, man.
Walk off the Asian form.
Yeah. No, that's what I really want to do.
Enjoyed it?
Oh,
That's
dope.
Hey, thank you.
I shouldn't be walking though. I gotta keep everything on me. I look like the Passion of Christ dude.
No, not the Passion of Christ. Yo,
You know the bars?
no. Yo, Keith is out of pocket.
Oh yeah.
The Knicks tonight. Oh yeah, they played. They play in Detroit tonight, right?
Yeah,
I might go home. Where they at? They in Detroit or they here?
Yeah.
Oh, it's over.
They better not lose though.
Yeah, it's over.
Don't lose. I'm trolling the Knicks.
He's up trolling the Knicks.
Don't lose. Trolling.
What y'all think the Knicks gonna do this year?
Go home in the second round.
Y'all ain't. You know what? Y'all are trifling.
I'm not biased. I'm a realist.
Yo, y'all
gonna
looking.
take Boston in the second.
Man, listen, we gotta start doing something, man. I'm tired of us getting hammed up, and then they want you to spend all that money for them tickets, man. I'm like, yo.
Man, we gonna get some tickets.
He said, yeah, we gonna get some tickets.
Yeah, we got.
We gotta get them Liberty, man.
Oh, you know I'm gonna let you know what I.
We need to. Yeah, my girls are the champs. Well, yeah, you know we need that, Keith. We need that.
I played. When they moved to Barclays, I moved them. I was the company that moved them.
Yeah?
Yeah, I moved them into Barclays.
Get the hell out of here.
I was in the back playing with them on the court. Facts.
Oh
I bust
shit.
their ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put that, I bust
Listen,
your ass.
nobody
y'all
else said nobody. Listen, nobody else heard this, y'all.
I bust
Exclusive.
their ass.
Only on No Duck Zone you get this.
They cook the boss flow.
Yeah.
They cooked them. I ain't gonna front. They cooked
Yeah.
them. And he tried to say they did. We got the footage.
Yeah. Only on No Duck Zone.
We got cooked by Sasquatch. Move Brianna Stewart in them in there.
That's
She's nice.
crazy.
She got handled.
Yeah, that's one of that's like me. Yo, listen, me and what's the girl Sabrina? That's me and wifey. We love her.
She might have left me. She had my headstand. When that ball went up, that shit game show came back down. But I moved them. Yeah, that was a good job.
Yeah, man.
And they tip wood.
Yeah. How long you were doing that
Moving.
with them? Yeah, doing that. Or just moving period.
It was me and my 3 boys company we started.
Oh wow.
We did it for 12 years till COVID shut it down.
Oh man, that sucked. Yeah, COVID killed a lot of stuff, man.
You moved there?
2019?
Yeah, it was I forgot whatever year was their first season. It was we had to go to the garden, get all this shit out, pack it up. That was a 3-day process. Spent 3 days packing up the garden with all that stuff.
Oh wow.
Spent 2 days loading up the trucks. And spent 18 hours unloading.
Damn.
One of the reasons why I love what I do, you never know who you're going to meet. That's why you got to treat every father with respect.
Yup. Oh, that's why I love where I work in Yankee Stadium.
Oh, you? Yeah, Yankees.
I had a dude come to the I wasn't there. Nobody told me. He had playoff tickets for me last year.
Yeah.
And I want to say, I don't want to accuse Salik.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been him.
He
had 4 tickets for me. But I wasn't there. Nobody told me he was there.
I was mad. I was sick, yo. They had the tickets to the Chiefs game for me to pick up,
you told me that?
and I got sick as shit.
Oh man.
I couldn't even walk out. I couldn't even move out. Yo, I was like this, bro. I couldn't even make it to the bathroom, bro.
No.
It got so bad I had to bring the bathroom to me.
That's crazy.
Word. Facts of life. I couldn't move. I was done for. And I was like a week or so. I was out of it. And my boy said, "You know I gave those tickets to your enemy, right?" I was so mad.
Oh.
He was like, "Yo, I was here, and the day of, he's here with the people."
Yeah.
And we could have had tickets to go see them get killed by them killer Giants, man.
Oh man.
Yo, you told me.
That sucks.
Yeah, I was sick as a dog. Yeah, it was the day of the interview.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh.
That's why I didn't come.
That's when you was like he wasn't feeling good.
I wasn't feeling good. And
I said
had two
Toho.
things
I
to
said,
do.
did he get cold feet?
Nah. I was really like, yo, like it was coming out my paws, hand, everywhere.
Shit.
Like I was bombing in gym all at the same time.
That's
it was bad. It was coming out
crazy.
my eyes, everything. So I was mad because I had those tickets.
He said Salik was stressing him.
I said, you know, Keith, he can't make it.
Yeah, it was a legitimate reason. Because I make it, even because I was doing all the groups. It was days I was sick as hell doing the groups.
Yeah.
I'm just sick. If I couldn't move. I couldn't make it. And I was truthfully more. I was mad. I was more pissed at those two things. That was the only thing I was mad at. So I couldn't pick up tickets to give them to you at the least, and that I couldn't come speak. And I was
You know what?
out of it.
Yo, film that, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's where the Jeffersons.
Oh yeah, this is where the Jeffersons. Yeah, this is where the Jeffersons. Yeah, he showed me this before. This is where the Jeffersons, man. This is where they did. This is the building where they did the Jeffersons, man.
Well, they filmed in LA.
Yeah, this is the building.
It's the building that they would show. Yeah.
Yo, one day when they get warm, right? I know y'all would respect it. All the buildings we're gonna do like the buildings they use, like different strokes on 79th. Cosby Show in the Village.
Okay.
Oh, let me know. I got the camera. I set it up.
All the classic shows.
We going on a TV tour.
Yep.
I'm with it.
We gonna go on the TV tour
The
and
funny
show.
thing about different strokes.
Yeah.
The building they use, it doesn't have a balcony. But different strokes. It has balcony.
Yeah.
But that penthouse on 79th and Park,
So yeah, let's do that. Let's just get on one day and just go.
You got one.
I'm trying to get playoff tickets to Boston.
Oh yeah, we got to get that. Let me know.
I'm trying to get the playoff tickets to Boston.
I said we should go.
I always put that shit. That shit like 4,000. The dude told me.
Yeah.
I want to Boston to play.
That's crazy. Look how hot.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'm trying to speak to him and see if I do that. If I do have to give him a call, I don't mind. It's playoffs. I just say I'm not paying. I'm not playing retail.
There you go.
Yo, they went
There we
down-
go. There go the Nick jersey. There we go.
Downtown. I saw something yesterday downtown. Somebody took me to the Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah.
The Firehouse.
Firehouse.
Oh, I never got to see that. I've been in New York 42 years. I've never got to go see that.
I never went to see it either.
I never went to go see that. When they did the whole reunion joint, I didn't get to go. I'm like, damn, man.
Yeah.
I don't be knowing these things. Like, if I know it, I'm going to show up for it if I can. That's the one thing I love about New York City, man. It's the one thing I love. This is why I won't replace the city with no... Listen, you don't know what you're going to see. You walking through the street right now, you'll see a movie star and don't even know he live over here. You like, oh.
True story. I'm cutting junior high school. And I go to Central Park and I sit there and I'm rolling up my window. I'm sitting next to Robbie down the junior.
That's
Don't
crazy.
even realize. I'm looking down. He said, let me finish reading this first. That ass. I let him finish. And I'm like, yo, you Iron Man. I'm like, and I said, I fucking love you. I'm like, you always going. I said, when you going back to the rehab, when you come out, I know you making a shit a hot ass movie. Yo, he got up and left, bro. But he was like, thank you to your day. I said, damn, I fucked up. I was telling him I fucked up. I should have never said that, bro. But I'm like, it's the truth. I said, like, you always speak your mind. You shut
Always,
up.
bro.
I'm like, always.
Yeah.
So I literally told him. That's what I told him. I'm like,
then we're gonna have to figure it
you
out.
go with rehab and you come out. He said, yeah. I said, always.
Always speak your mind.
Caribbean Iron Man, those are my shit. They can't replace you. Yo, he was dying. And he was dying.
You right. You go to Sunny Mall, you right bumping the Seinfeld, man. You live on like 85th.
Oh, okay. What's the other guy?
It's a lot of them down here.
Bullhead short. Oh man, he was in a movie. He's a comedian. He's a comedian. He's short. He wear glasses. He got a little head.
Danny, yeah, Vito, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, him. I seen him down there. I seen two women. With Mary J. Blige.
Yo, if you look at majority of these buildings, if you look at majority,
But they know they mad.
but if you listen, if you look at majority of these buildings down here, a lot of them live in these buildings. Where you think they don't live, a lot of them, ball players, rappers, movie stars. You know what I'm saying? I think like Mariah Carey joint is like, what's she? Tribeca, right? Tribeca, Mariah Carey, and they got that building. Hey, listen, they got that building on lockdown.
Oh wow.
They got that building on lockdown. Ah.
Oh wow.
One time she was.
Oh, let me get her.
He said no. He said let me get her.
I got a couple.
Yo, one time on online, they was bringing her home. I guess a lot of people must have knew where she lived at, but they had that building on lockdown.
I used to like
They had
London until she got kicked by Little Wayne. I hate that.
Oh man.
I was in love with her.
Oh man.
I was in love with Lil Wayne. Kicked by Little Wayne. I was in love with her. I mean like.
Oh Nunu.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I lived in Atlanta, Georgia. See this square. This is Montel Jordan lived here. She lived right there.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I used to walk through they shit and used to see and you walk through they subdivision in Atlanta and you would see her house and his house. I never walked by Montel Jordan. That nigga got 13 motherfucking big ass dogs.
He had Martell got a house in ATL.
Yeah.
That's where we live at.
He live at. He a pastor with big ass 13 motherfucking Rottweilers.
Yeah, he making sure you won't break into there. You break into there. That's.
Feed them. I'm not talking about they look skinny. I'm talking about they look like they waiting to eat time. Like, hey, fuck you up. I'll never walk. So I used to always walk on her side of the street. I used to see her when she used to come out to get her little mail.
Yeah.
She got a little bag. I'm like, Used to hit him with the hi, Miss Parker.
He's not the hi, Miss Parker. No.
Hit him with that.
Hi, Miss Parker.
Come close to that so I can really get a look at it. Damn, just turn
You
up.
got it, right?
Yeah. I got it up as far as I could. Yeah, I got it up as far as I could. A lot of people don't know that
I
though.
love that show, bro.
In case for y'all didn't see it, yeah, this is where they this is the building they were showing the Jeffersons once again, y'all. Yeah, this is the building where you know they show. So yep, the Jeffersons right here. Yeah, we gotta do that though. We gotta take them on the tour. Cause there's places I have not got to see yet, and I'm
Next
like,
time we get warm out, I'm gonna have you film with a different strokes building,
let's do it.
Ghostbusters.
Take a TV show tour.
I'm trying to figure out. I know it's in Queens, Washington.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Queens somewhere.
Where was Cheers? Was Cheers here?
Nah, Boston.
Boston. Oh shit, I ain't
Take a
trying.
trip to Boston, though.
Yeah, I need to go to Beantown. I don't mind going to Beantown.
Oh, y'all go. Let me know. I'm going up. I'm talking shit to my family.
Yeah, I don't mind going to Beantown.
Every time I go to Boston, I gotta go to Cheers restaurant. But they hamburgers.
Oh, I think my aunt be trying to get me to go there. I
It's
never,
a dope
as long
restaurant.
as I've been there, I ain't go there. There's a couple places I haven't been still. Going out there. I haven't been there.
I cannot go to Boston and not go to Cheers. That's a crime with me.
Yeah,
I love these. I can't stand their trains.
I don't know how they public transportation work out there.
They only got what? They got the north, south, east, and west.
Yeah, green line.
Green line, red line, blue line, and orange.
You can still get around though.
But it's easy to get around.
But it shuts down like you from New York, so it shuts down like 2 o'clock. Like that.
I think
Nah, see here.
the last train is
We
like
look. That's why people come out here because they know it's 24/7 service, baby.
The only place you get a burger
That's why I can't leave, man. When I be like, yo, I'm gonna get out of here, I be like, yeah, that's cap.
And you
I'm not going.
What I love about New York, not that I care, not that we care, we adults.
Yeah,
But New York is probably the only city in America where it's socially acceptable to ride public transportation.
yeah,
The other
yeah.
cities you consider a bum. to ride the bus and train.
Facts. If you're
Like
in Atlanta
LA,
and you don't got a
You a
car,
bum.
bum.
If you on a bus, you a bum.
That's exactly what you see on them.
He
Literally.
said you're a bum.
Bum.
For real,
No,
you-
for real, because that's all you seen on them.
Yeah,
LA, you consider
You ain't gonna
a bum.
us. If we was born and raised there, we got cars. We ain't even on that bus.
Yeah.
Like, literally, them bums.
Yeah, I went-
out here. We can. It's like you say, socially okay to
Yeah.
ride the bus because guess what? I'm making this amount of money. This charging me this much. I'm paying for the bus, bro.
You got millionaires that ride the
They
bus.
ride
in
the
New York.
bus. I rode the train with you, bro.
yeah,
Not in LA, yo.
yeah.
Not
They-
in LA.
That's why I be like, you can't. That's why they can't judge us on what we do here. We got public transportation. We can do whatever we.
And shit run 20.
Anybody you see with a car in New York, a lot of times is they have it because they choose to.
Yeah, that's a choice.
That's a choice.
That's a choice.
And I understand because dealing with public transportation is a mother.
You get on a train in New York, you might be sitting next to a stockbroker.
Millionaire.
In LA, you're not sitting next to a stockbroker.
Yeah.
Dope addict.
Yo.
A nigga that just finished using. He just on somebody that literally just shitted on themselves around the corner. Always. And that's what I always laugh about. Like always say LA and Washington DC. Like those two places I always laugh about, especially being there for so much extended time. They'll show you what they want to show you there about them cities.
Yeah.
Go behind the White House though. Go behind that motherfucker. All right. That shit
Which
is
one you
like-
wait for? The 102?
I don't get on arcade.
But
Yeah, I
that's
ain't.
what I love about New York, bro. It's like, but you know, if we lived out there, we would probably have cars.
Yeah,
We would know.
you're from there, and it's
But you know what?
We would know.
convenient to get those places.
I noticed that in certain places that you just can't go if you don't have that vehicle because now it's like, why would you move here? And now you can't get to here and there. You can't walk everywhere. Everywhere is not walkable. And you know what I mean?
In fact, my first day ever in Atlanta, ever. When I first, that was the first city I ever went to when I left New York by myself. Didn't
Yeah.
have a car.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, where the grocery store? They're like, yo, when you walk out the gate, just make a left and just follow the road. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm a walker. I'm thinking that shit up the hill.
Nah.
Bro, it took me 90 minutes to get there.
They was telling you that
90
thinking
to
you were
get back.
driving.
Yeah.
That's why they told you
It took
that.
me 90 to get there, 90 to get back. I spent
Oh, hell,
2 hours
man.
just to give me a drink.
I wasn't mad at him. How you do?
So I come back, I'm like, you just told me up the hill. He's like, yeah.
Like
Ain't that a hill? I'm like, bro, that's not no
Like
damn
this is
hill, bro.
Atlanta. First of all, Atlanta to be a major city, their train system sucks.
Sucks.
That shit's horrible.
Sucks. The bus is even worse.
It's worse, yo.
Even worse, because if you miss that bus, you know how they used to say back in the day, like you wait
Yeah,
for an hour?
yeah.
No, you're literally waiting 2-3 hours for the next bus.
What?
Bro. You're
Chill.
sitting there like,
It's quiet. Look, so that means you don't make it to work and you got to be to work 8 o'clock in the morning.
it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Same thing with Atlanta. Like,
You fired.
you like 6 years old, you think about getting your license.
Yeah, because there's no power. One, they don't do parallel parking.
Nah.
They don't even when they do the driver test. It's just to make sure you don't crash. Because I did it out there. It's just get on the highway, go to the next, take the highway from one exit to the next, get off, come back around, get back on the same exit, go back around, and then you go to you gotta do it's pulling parking. They just want to make sure you can pull in the park. After that, you pass, and they give you your ID. Right then and there, you can drive. Once they give you shit, you can hop in your car and go drive it on.
That's what happened in Miami. My cousin took the test in Miami. Your man drove around the supermarket once. They was like, congratulations, you got your license.
Yup. Word.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Only person I know out here that got their license on some crazy shit with my sister. Lady did something like that. Told her drive 2 blocks. Told her pull over to the side so she could go get her groceries. And then told my sister she passed.
I failed the first time I took it.
I said, I wish I could. I hope I get that.
Man, listen, that's why we got so many messed up drivers now in this city. Word up. So many
I
people.
didn't take driving lessons. I was being a jerk.
Okay.
I said, yo, good morning. Lady was like, yo, get in the car. I was like, I'm gonna fail this shit.
He said, get in the car.
I knew I was gonna fail because I attitude. I was like, yo, I'm gonna fail this.
My boy keep telling me I'm gonna fail. I'm like, why? He said, because every time I take his car now that I got my permit, I be fucking leave this shit parked all crazy. I'm like, that's gonna be your car. When I get my car, I ain't gonna be doing all that shit.
Nah.
It's funny too. He was gonna give me his car to drive down here. I was like, hell.
I was telling one of my fathers, right? He's like, right there. I was like, come to the Upper East Side. You'll find one. He's like, word, yo, time, bring back, yo.
Yo.
This man is moving.
All they want to do is argue.
We're gonna do it again though. Yo, we definitely gonna do that building.
Yo, let me know.
When I do that,
Yeah.
let me know, man.
Let me know so I can put it out to the public. I might go live. Depends.
You got this though, right?
What, the building? Yeah, I got it. Well, now,
Yeah.
I'm going to call you.
Time for the stroll.
Now we with Brother Keith. Oh, man.
The bones.
Let me tell you, Brother Bone, I'm glad that this is happening right now because I've never really gotten to talk to the fathers doing this recording. A lot of times, if you notice, when we get together, it's too much going on.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? We eat the stuff in our face and it's like, I was going to talk to you about it, but how this food is set up, I didn't get a chance to do it. How did the whole Friends to Fathers thing come about? How did that start for you, man? I mean, tell the people who don't know.
How did it start for me?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like what brought me into it?
Yeah.
Well, basically, being a father really is what the cause is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say more. Or was arguing with my wife about me sharing too much responsibilities.
Yeah.
While the other end, and one argument leads to another, and then now I'm in the Friends to Fathers program, and I'm glad I was there.
What's some of the things you have learned since being in the program, and how much has it changed you as a not just as a man but as a father.
But one, I know for one thing, I ain't the only father going through this.
Yeah,
You think you're alone, but you're not.
facts.
Especially men. And
Yeah,
we need to stop acting like when something happens to us, we gotta be men and not say nothing.
yeah, yeah,
We gotta change that.
yeah,
That has to stop immediately. Because now we giving these women so much rights and power that our hands is tied.
yeah. So
And if us as men, we speak up more of the abuse and the verbal abuse that we hear on a daily basis first,
yeah,
a lot of problems that we talk about amongst ourselves as men, we wouldn't be dealing with a lot because we would once be the ones right.
yeah, yeah,
And the biggest thing I took away from this, is that you don't gotta argue, get aggressive,
yeah,
or even take it as far as to even hit these women when they literally poking us first or starting something. We gotta learn how to walk away and just go to the courthouse. Do to them what they do to us. They making us go to court
yeah,
to not see our kids.
yeah.
So we need to go to court before that even happens.
Um, when everything first took place, you had to go to court. Of course, you know how the system is. Once they get in your business, it's over. Was there a time you asked yourself, "Wait a minute, how the hell did it come to this? How did I allow this?" Like, because after a while, you start to ask yourself, "Was it my fault? I could. There's something better I could have did."
You know how many days I'm sitting here, even still to this day, I sit here and ask myself, like, why me? But sometimes that's not even. I realize I'm not taking no accountability for things I personally did.
Yeah,
Because I am wrong for things here as well. It's not just one side.
yeah,
Yeah, she didn't do something, but I didn't have to resort to
yeah,
screaming or even getting violent at certain points in time while my kids was there.
yeah,
You know, and I say you learn so much from this program out of a lot more because there are people the people here that care.
yeah,
It's not a job.
yeah.
This is really some people caring.
Um, what are some of the things? If there was three things you could change, what would they be?
The way I handle myself in situations when I feel it's unfair to me, or
Yeah,
the way the choice, the harmful words I use when I feel I'm backed into a corner, and that's the only way to defend myself. And
yeah,
also being way more empathetic.
yeah,
Because up until this program, I had no sympathy or emphasis inside of me for anything.
yeah,
It was I don't care.
yeah.
That's bad.
Did that have? Was that just a lot of anger built up in you already? Were you already on that type of timing, or everything with this situation with your kids and the program kind of egged that on?
Two things in life caused it. It originates at 5 years old when my grandmother died in my face.
Mm,
When she died the day after, I told her I didn't want to see her again for the rest of my life. So I
wow,
believe I killed my grandmother. Still to this day, even though my mom's everybody, we all know. Even when you're grown, you don't understand that you was just a kid. But I still to this day feel that way.
wow, wow.
Then I lost my best friend a few years back, and today's actually the day he was killed.
Oh, God rest his soul. Yeah,
So his last breath when he died in my hand was my son. So I have a lot of anger inside of me because I'll be there for his son. Still to this day, I make sure Son gets his birthday gifts, Christmas gifts, everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, when I got cast into the situation where I'm being told I can't see my kids, I'm like, I'm not that father. That's not me. It just caused more anger and made problems that I had before just more. Now I'm really not caring anymore. You know, because the one thing I said that I'm not gonna allow that get in the way was be a father and be a father to my kids. It's happening, and I promised my best friend I wouldn't do that and be there for his. And I feel like I broke that promise. So I just go into a dark place for a while. I was in a dark place for 3 months.
Did that had a lot to do with also with what you had going on? I know you had made that promise to him, but being that you had what you had going on with your own kids, did that take effect of that?
That's what, yeah, it really did. Because I got 4. So I'm being told the 2 oldest can't see they 2 youngest. And it's like, it's a problem because we a family, we real tight.
Yeah.
And to do that, it's like, this is something new for people. We're not used to not seeing each other. I'm not used to not being able to just pick up that phone and call my kid. Or if I call for them now, I could potentially go to jail just for having a simple phone call.
Yeah.
You just start getting angry, and it's like, then you go back to past tense things. Then it's also jealousy as well involved in it.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing everybody I hang out with is married. So every time I'm with them, it's not like they're just dating; they're married with kids. So I'm seeing all my friends. I'm seeing their whole family every day, and I'm sitting there like this by myself. And you just start getting a little jealous, even though you don't want them. You might not be in you, but you end up start having thoughts like, why can't that be me with my flow? I should be with my kids right now. And it just builds up into anger after a while, and then I used to walk around like I don't care no more. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. All of that nonsense, and that was wrong. Because there's a lot of times when people came to me about, especially my girl, or my kids, or anybody came to me to tell me about how they personally was feeling.
Yeah.
And I'm over here throwing it to the side. I don't care.
Yeah. In the system, I always say plays a major role in that. And for me, when I came into the program, it was crazy because I came back in 2009, and I didn't even catch the ACS case. You know what's so crazy? My son's mother caught it. I just got caught up in it. Which
like
means,
my first time.
yeah, so when all this was going down, to be honest with you, I knew nothing about it.
Oh,
Like,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Like, we wasn't living together. I was already on I was kind of fading out of the picture,
Yep.
but still wanted to be in my kid's life, but didn't want to have nothing to do with her.
This is crazy. This is the cases I'm on now. I've been fighting for 6 years with these girls since they've been born.
Yeah.
Now, when they are born in Jacoby Hospital, I get approached by 2 cops and an ACS worker, and they tell me, "Are you Mr. Killebrew?" I go, "Yeah." They go, "You can't see your kids. You can't go into that room." I'm like, what are you talking about? We know you don't know what's going on here, sir. So can we schedule an appointment for you to come down to our office? But we're gonna take the kids with us.
Yeah, that's you know what? When it was time for me to meet mine, when I wanted to go get them, that's kind of the message that they dropped off in front of my door, and now here it is. I'm over by Eastchester, where the Pathmark used to be, and they had the ACS over there, and I had to go over there, and I'm sitting in this, but they're talking to me, but I'm not hearing nothing because I'm trying to figure out how the fuck did I get here?
Now,
how did it come to this?
I punched the cop in the face.
Oh, Jesus.
And I got arrested for assault.
Okay.
I got out that same day though.
Wow.
Next day we go to Queens. We got to go to Queens, Jamaica, Queens, to go to the ACS office.
Yeah.
When we get there, the first thing the lady says, "We know you don't know anything that's going on."
Yeah.
My girl had 3 kids prior to me having 2 with her.
Yeah.
And lost custody of all 3.
Watch it. Yeah.
She can
Wow.
never get them back. And me having kids with her was just another red flag for her.
Okay.
And they took them because of that. Had nothing to
Wow.
do with me.
Wow.
And by law, that means you release the kids to their father.
Yes.
They tell me to my face they can't release. They can't. They won't release it to me because she lives in my house with me.
That's crazy.
I had to fight for 3 weeks, and I had $12,500 that I had saved up. I threw that whole money in 3 weeks on getting a lawyer just to get my kids back. They gave my kids back to custody to us, but not to us, to my mother.
Yeah, which it's not really
Which
the same
which
thing.
which I felt like you undermining a father.
Yes.
You're telling me that this case has nothing to do with me. You're telling me
Yes.
that I have no knowledge of it, but yet alone you're still telling me I can't get
Yes.
I can't be the one to have custody of my kids.
Yes.
So I told them out loud. I said, I'm very intelligent. What do you want me to do? You want me to Halle Berry her? Or you want me to Kevin Federline her? That's the only way to get men to get custody of kids is we have to have them go crazy.
Yeah.
You're telling me that the problem is her, not me. And you
Yeah.
still won't give the man the kid.
Yeah. It's crazy because when they hand them off to the grandparent, right? You're thinking in your mind, okay, everything will be okay.
Because my mom got the kid.
And sometimes these grandparents, they'll switch up on your ass.
Oh, don't come to my house today.
Yeah. Or if you gonna come by here, let me know.
Let me know in advance.
Or you can't just pop up. And you like, wait a minute, hold on. This is me.
I'm not abandoning my child.
Like, don't get it twisted. And and then let's be real. They got where these parents or people get taken care of for taking care of your child. They get paid,
Yeah.
and and it's sad because my baby is not a check.
Oh man.
My baby's not a check. And let's be honest with you. You can scream all that's my grandchildren, but in all reality, you ain't really doing your part.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen parents not do their part, and I go,
Listen, she
well,
collected the check for them.
yeah,
Meanwhile, me and my girl watched them,
yeah.
wipe their asses and everything.
And then sit there and tell you they don't need this, they don't need that, they got everything. And I'm like, wait a minute, you getting this check, your house is looking better, it's being furnished like crazy,
Yeah.
but why is it that my babies are looking like this?
That's what happened, man. And then, like I say, they think that you supposed to be mentally okay with those going
Yes, yeah, and it don't work like that,
on. They
man.
believe that this doesn't have a lasting effect.
Nah,
They tell you, no, it's only temporary.
yeah. Well, they lied to me numerous times and made me fight 10 years and still told me, aha,
My kids are 6 years old, turning 7.
yeah.
I've only spent 2 years. When you add all the time that they've been alive, when you put the weeks or days or hours that I've been with them, I added that up. A couple weeks, it only totaled up to 2 months, 2 years worth.
You know what, bro?
Out of 7 years, I missed. I've only been around for 2 full years. The 2 years that they lived in my house with.
I tell you what, I went 10 years, right, without seeing them, right? 10 years. 5, 6 years old was the last time I seen him, and when I see my son again, he's 16. Now it's almost like we have to start this over again.
All over again.
Which that turned out to be a recipe for disaster. Why? Because he already had a mind of his
He got
own.
a mind of his own now.
So now he's stuck in his ways. He got this attitude. He pumping his chest out, and I'm like, all right, I gotta remind myself first of all, he's my son because I was already ready to take it there with him. But then I had to sit back and take a step back. It was just like, you know what? I'm mad now. Not so much with him, but then I start thinking about the system and everything and everything. Then I also said, as men, we have to take some responsibility to say, you know what? I can point the finger at the system all I want, but I had the opportunity to do this. I should have did it. If I would have had to grab my kids and move to Atlanta,
I should have did it.
I should have did it. Even though it would have been temporary, but I should have did it.
I swear, I eat at that thought right now, all the time, because my argument was because I was the one taking care of them. If I wasn't, I should have just took them
Yeah.
and just
She wrote a book.
take care of them.
I think in all reality,
But I didn't. I feel. I got these morals where I believe kids should have both their parents
yeah,
and not one.
I believe the same thing. I came in the household. My mother left when she passed away. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I looked at that and I wanted that.
Exactly.
So I think what it was, I was trying to make something work that in God's plan, it was like, no, this is not how this is going to go. And we start blaming God if God exists or if He loved me, why would He allow this to happen? Well, why not you? Why not us be the chosen ones?
Well,
It's messed up. Because it's like you can choose me to do anything, right? But don't take my babies.
all God's favorites have a hard time.
All God's favorites have a hard time. And like we were saying back there, man, we got to do our best to keep the system out of our damn business.
And that's what it is. We have to. It's a lot. You gotta know who you dealing with. That's one.
Yeah,
That's the first rule I always say about relationships.
yeah,
Know who you talking to. Meaning, find out who they are.
yeah,
Find out who they dealt with,
yeah,
who their friends are.
yeah,
It's okay to have judgment. It's not okay to be judgmental.
yeah,
There's a difference between having a judgment about something and being judgmental, saying, "Oh, I don't want to talk to you because you're a bum." That's different.
Yeah.
That bum can help.
yeah, yeah. It's
So
it's
you got to know how to thread the line and what you're doing, and once you realize there's certain little things that we all say as human beings that we just be like red flag,
yeah,
you know. But girls telling you she got 7 kids and 6 baby fathers, bro. They tell you they go to
get out
get out.
like that movie.
But dude telling you, oh, females all use me. Well, it's you, bro. You
Yeah.
allow them to use you.
You allow them to use you. Sometimes we allow ourselves to use ourselves.
I use ourselves. Yes,
You know,
we do.
sometimes we use and abuse ourselves, right? But we so damn comfortable with it and used to it, we don't think nothing wrong with it.
At
So when
all.
somebody try to correct it, it's like, bruh,
Bro,
let me be me. Leave me alone. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, my guy. I'm kind of that way. After a while, I'll be like, look, man,
yeah,
you don't leave me
fuck alone.
leave me alone, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
I
you're
get like that at times, but then I know I have to snap out of it and go, you know what?
Mhm.
This ain't you.
Mhm.
Come back to reality.
Yep.
When I came into the program in 2009, like I said, my first introduction to Omar and the program was I ain't want nothing to do with him. I got tired of him asking me the same dumbass questions. I was ready to pop off on him, but I had to realize he wasn't the enemy. And he wasn't the reason why I was there. You know what I'm saying? I put any way you look at it, we put ourselves there.
We put ourselves there.
Now, when we sit there and we say, I didn't ask to be here, dog, any way you look at it, you're here.
To be here.
You here.
Because we had days where no one was paying us any mind, but yet alone we kept going on with the problems.
Yes.
So we did ask for this, so we got to stop saying, "Oh, I ain't asked for this," and then no, we did. And like I said, I'm to the point where I'm like, I feel men taking more. We are in an era where men are taking more accountability than women.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like that's another thing that also did get me here because I'm like, how many times are y'all gonna keep telling me I'm wrong and I have to go self-assess myself to come back to you later on and be like, you know what, Crystal or whoever your lady name is, like, you know what, I'm wrong. That's all on me. I've been in so many. I've had that done once to me where a female cut me down and said, you know what, I was wrong. My fault.
I think that I've been, as men, we go through so much where it's like,
Mhm.
we get to that point where it's like, look, man, I don't give a damn if I am wrong. I'm tired of just, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? You get to a point in life where that's where it becomes it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm wrong, let me think about this shit later. But for right now,
Yeah.
leave me the hell alone.
Because for right now, in the moment, I think
In the moment, I think that I'm
I
right.
believe I'm right.
Or I just don't want to be bothered with the BS.
Yeah.
But and it happens. But the program for me changed me in so many different ways. And right, people go, well, you never ended up getting custody of your kids. So what the hell did they do for you that you should be praising them? And I go, look, bro,
I don't look. It's like
I
this
get to
man's
come back
happy.
and help people that even if my situation was sour, I take full responsibility in it. I blame myself. And that's the thing too. You have to take some blame.
You have to take blame. Like
It-
I like even me, I know. Like I say,
Like if friends and
I
fathers
should've
don't
never-
work out for
I should
people,
have
they
never
can't.
put my hands on her.
Yeah.
I hit her.
Yes.
I literally closed my fists up
You're in the heat of
and
a
I
moment.
punched her and I punched my girl in her face because I felt like she betrayed me and got my twins taken by us in the hospital before they could even come to their first home, which was our home.
Yeah.
And she lied, and I felt betrayed because it's like you hear mostly men deny their kids.
Yeah.
You never, for me, up until that point in time, that word never. I've never ever seen a female deny her child, and
Wow.
that bugged me out because I'm like, it's mostly men that say, oh, you know, that ain't my
Yeah,
kid.
yeah.
They trying to
I need a test.
yeah, or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And for a female to tell me, I don't know those two names, like of their kids that they pushed out, that was so hurtful to me because I'm like, my father was never there,
Yeah.
and I'm 35, and still to this day, if I go to Boston and I meet a family member for the first time, they go, I never even knew your father had kids.
Yeah.
That's hurtful to me. Even still being grown, I'm like, bro, you mean like no one knew about, no one knows about you? You don't talk about your kids, like
Yeah.
anything?
Yeah.
And I'm like, as a woman to do that, that's who most you are as women. Y'all loving.
Yeah.
Y'all that, and that was the first time in my life I experienced a woman being.
YouTube video?
Yes, sir.
Can I be in it?
What's up?
What's it about?
Huh? I'm just talking to my good friend right here. What's up, man? What's up with y'all, young stallions, man? Y'all
Oh.
good?
Yeah.
Y'all good? Y'all behaving yourselves, man? Y'all in school?
Yeah.
All right. What's your name, man?
Jaden.
How old are you?
Name Keith, man.
10.
How old are you?
Gion, age 13.
What's your name? Keon? All right. You?
No, Gion, Lodge.
Gion? All right, man. Y'all in what school y'all in? What school y'all attend to?
PS206. PS206.
Yeah? How y'all doing in school? I'm gonna tell y'all something that nobody probably will tell y'all. You might have heard it before, but y'all are all kings. Remember that. Whatever you want to be when you grow up, don't ever let somebody tell you what you can't do. What y'all want to be when y'all grow up?
I want to be a professional NBA player.
You want to be a professional NBA player? What about you?
What's your favorite player?
You want to be a rapper? What about you, man?
Okay, it's a new one.
You want to be an NBA player? Check this out. People gonna look at you, and because the way you look and your size, they're gonna tell you that you can't do it.
You can do anything
Don't
you
believe that. Just because you look the way you look, don't ever let somebody tell you that you can't do it. You could be whatever
want.
you want to be, all right?
They can't do it. That's
Y'all
what
be
they say.
good, all right? God bless y'all. You got a phone? Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. No, you ain't. You good, champ. You good. Y'all just remember that. I don't care what nobody say to y'all, how bad y'all are, or whatever it is you do. You do what you want to do. Just stay off these streets. There's nothing on here for you. You got it? Let me know when you want to do. No duck zone.
And, wait, no spaces?
No. No spaces. Just put no duck. Hold on. Let me.
Wait, no duck zone? No
Yeah. Hold on. Let me do it.
zone?
Yeah.
Z-O-N-E?
No. Yo, I be messing up my own joint sometime, my guy.
Oh, listen. I had to have my son do my podcast with my 2K.
You got.
That's you.
Yeah, that's me right here. Yep, it's me right there, man. So listen, man. Y'all ever want me to come through, catch y'all playing basketball and all? You just hit me. You just hit me up on the YouTube, all right?
Alright.
Y'all kings be good, man. Be safe out here. See, that's what it's all about. You know, stopping and talking to the kids. You know what I mean?
Always, man.
That's
Don't
our
got-
future,
They
man.
ain't
You know
gotta
what I
live
mean?
Like they ain't got to grow up the way we did.
No, man,
I was
no.
fed bad advice growing up. I was told grab a gun and sell these drugs, and you labeled
you-
the king and the man.
You know the funny thing about growing up is that everybody wants to have this sorry story, and some stories are valid, but then I look at some people who came in with two families, and everybody was in their household, right? And they got this crazy story to tell, and I'd be like, yo, homie, you ain't grow up like that. Stop it. Like, I don't have no stories of my father didn't grow up in my life. I didn't have it. But that doesn't mean I grew up like my life was peaches and cream, because sometimes stuff we go through, we participate in it.
Oh no, listen.
We you know what I'm saying? We add on to it. If
Oh,
we know
man.
if we know smoking and drinking is wrong, or being in the gang is wrong, we know it. But it feel at the moment it feels so
No,
damn good.
And it's what you say. It goes back to what you say, right? Me growing up, I did the things I felt were right. And then if I felt like it was wrong, like, look, I never joined the gang because I didn't see that.
Yeah,
But I thought it was cool to sell drugs.
yeah,
Because it was
yeah.
helping me help my mom out.
Keep the lights on in the house, food on the table.
So I always had the most funniest I got the most funniest story about selling drugs and how I even got into doing this. My mom told me come home, and she was like, "Who drank the milk?" I said it was me. She said, "Now you gotta go get a gallon of milk."
So
She
let
didn't give me the money. She never gave me the money. She's like, you just gotta go home. She's like, well, just don't come home without it. So I went to the corner and I seen my boy Pops selling weed.
Yeah.
I'm like, he dropped 2 bags on the floor. I picked them up.
Oh, wow.
I walked 5 blocks down.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't feel like I'm in his way.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and 2 dudes walked up on me and said, "Yo, what you doing out here?"
Oh man.
I'm like, "What you mean? I'm trying to sell this weed." And I'm a kid. I'm 9 years old.
Oh wow.
And they go, "What the fuck you doing out here, little nigga?"
Yeah, yeah.
I said, I'm out here for groceries, bro.
Wow.
From that day forward, his name was Tony. He pulled me under his wing, and he showed me how to do things correctly. He said, "Yeah, this is wrong. But
Wow.
if you do what I'm telling you right now correctly, you won't go to jail behind us." I have never went to jail for selling drugs.
Yeah.
I have never went to jail for selling drugs because listening to that man. All I did, I knew when to get in, and when to get out.
How was it like coming up in your household? What was that like?
That was crazy.
You know, because as black men, right, we all have the stories of, like I said, you know, pops wasn't there, or I never knew my pops. Mom's just telling you a lie, saying,
I knew my
yeah,
pops.
you know,
He just wasn't. He
yeah.
just didn't live with us.
Yeah,
He was always high on coke or drunk on for Coke 45.
Because, you know, the mothers always give the stories of, oh, he went away to school or some crazy shit. You like.
With me, my life was crazy because I was smart as shit when I used to go to class.
Okay.
And I'm the type of kid that I get bored easily.
Mm-hmm.
So if I already know what I'm doing, then I leave and I go find myself something I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So growing up, it used to be, now if I'm not in school, I'm gonna go outside and teach myself some shit I don't know. So I started teaching myself how to build toy cars. Started drawing. I started teaching myself at the time I didn't know, but what I was doing was teaching myself skills I was gonna use it later on in life.
Okay.
Good old town, though.
So all those skills I used to use growing up, I used to turn them into me drawing. I would sell comic books in class to make money for lunch.
Yeah.
So after a while, everybody started knowing me for something. And I just started getting cool with everybody, to the point my mom used to be like, you know, everybody's always coming to me smiling and giving me things now.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like growing up it was hell for me, but it was so much of a blessing to see that my moms and them were happy. Because they didn't have to go through what I went through, fighting, and all my problems that I had on the street stayed there. They never ever came to my household. I never brought them to the front door.
What was the relationship like when you were moms?
Best friends.
Okay.
Really, me and my mom, like,
Okay.
not even my mother.
Yeah.
I don't even say it's my mom. We still to this day.
Yeah.
It's my homie. I just don't agree with her way of thinking.
Yeah,
But she only got one mom, so
yeah,
she get the pass.
yeah,
But
yeah,
and she won't. She'll take it. She'll take it personal.
yeah.
But it's moms. It's still cool. Like
When was the first time you were in the position in your household where you became that guy? You became the man.
18.
Mm. Do you
I got
remember how
hit.
that came about?
Yup. I got hit by a cop car when I was 12 years old crossing the street.
Okay,
And from 12 to 18, I never knew I had a lawsuit in the works.
okay,
18th birthday, I was allowed to touch $1.5 million out the bank after I paid the lawyers. That was what was mine.
yeah,
I took out $100,000 in cash and went to my mom's house.
okay,
And I cleared up all her student loans, her college debt. I paid back her back rent, everything.
okay.
And I turned around the next week and bought her land down south.
Oh, wow.
And when I did that, her brother was my uncle, comes to me
Yeah.
and says, "That's what's up." That made me feel
Proud,
real proud
yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm 18
yeah,
and I ain't never knew an 18-year-old that was able to say, "I cleared up my mom's debt, bought her land."
yeah,
She's free now.
yeah,
And from that day forward, that's why my mom is in the position that she's ever been. It's like I broke the generational chain that was holding us
Yeah.
down.
I wouldn't dare give a kid a pizza, Domino pizza. It's too spicy. You take care of her.
And that opened the door for generational wealth now. Because
Yeah.
now all my sisters finished college.
wow,
One just finished last week. Literally just finished last week. She got her doctorate.
beautiful.
And now she's working in Mount Sinai as a doctor.
Yeah,
I was the only one. And I'm gonna do it too.
what's your relationships like with them?
Sisters,
Yeah,
now, because we grown, I feel like if I say anything, I'm intervening.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I let them live their life now.
Yeah,
They earned that respect. They was never fast.
Did you come up being the only brother?
I am the only
The
brother.
only brother. Now, usually it's a sister's job, right, to protect the brother because it's like, hey, this is our only brother and all. I'm sure there was times that you probably had to get.
Oh, listen, they don't like no girlfriends. None.
How was that first run-in when you
None.
got your first girl?
Oh, they fought her.
No,
They-
man, they put their hands
They
and
put
feet
their
on
hands
her.
and feet on her.
No.
And I had to fight her brother behind that.
Oh, cause he like your sisters did this, so now I gotta get you.
Etonia.
Yeah, this
I'll
is your
never
sisters.
forget it.
Like as if I sent them to go do that.
Yup. Literally, like I told her.
Yeah, like I told them, look, yo,
denied.
she playing with me.
You-
Don't get her.
Yeah, you see me the whole time trying to whip my sister's neck off her shoulders, trying to get her off you.
Yeah. That's
Word.
nasty work.
Oh, listen.
That's nasty work.
Listen. You got that, and then you got your mother sitting there talking about, well, that's them. What you mean? This is happening in your house.
Yeah,
It was bad. Like I couldn't have a
nasty.
girlfriend.
that was nasty work. But as you got older and they had their boyfriends, I know there was times you like, yeah,
we pressed
y'all
it.
was messing with me when I was young.
Oh, you know what's funny? I didn't start doing that until I'm the oldest, but my oldest sister, when
Yeah.
she had her baby, because she was the first one with a baby.
Yeah,
That was my first kid, because I had her daughter in my fucking bedroom every day.
yeah,
I went from this whole tough guy to now I'm a father figure for my niece, and she was with me every day, sleeping
Yeah.
with me every day.
Yeah.
And I did that as give back. So I'm like, now if your baby father want to see his daughter, he got to come over here and come see me.
Oh man, nasty work. Nasty work. Yo, Keith, you was on some.
Yeah,
You was on your bully
I was
shit.
on my bully shit, yeah. And he couldn't come into my room because there was like 5 of us.
Oh no. That was just
Yeah,
that would have went all the way
It was
left.
bad. So, but it's funny. This is why I respect one of her baby fathers. She got 2. Her first one, I love my man Keenan to death, man.
Yeah.
He me. Time, man.
Yeah. So you said now?
Now, I got a story where I respect my sister's daughter's baby father, you know?
Yeah.
Her father. So I was keeping his daughter in my room all the time, and he knocks on the door one day while I'm with my boys, and he like, "Y'all want to see my daughter?" He
Okay.
didn't say it with no disrespect.
Yeah.
He showed the ultimate respect.
Okay. But y'all still wasn't letting him in that room though.
I ain't let him in the room, and he wasn't taking no for an answer. He wasn't.
We gotta see how we gonna get across this. I hate walking under them things. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not even trying to walk under that shit.
Oh hell, you know.
I don't like them things. Like when they like that,
I think this is gonna collapse.
and my thing is this, people be like, I hope it happens so I can sue. I'm like, you better hope you survive. What you mean sue?
So he's standing in my door, and he ain't taking no for an answer, but he ain't doing it no disrespect.
Yeah.
He literally walked in my room after I said he could get his daughter. And he grabbed her, and he walks right out.
Okay.
He came back when he was done with her, and he brought her back to me.
Okay.
He did not leave. He said, "I'm not leaving her with his mom. I'm gonna leave her with you." It looks like she was calm and safe.
Oh man.
From that day forward, never. Because he came to my mother's house for the very first time, and he looked at her on her face like she was like what?
What was her introduction to him? Like what was it like the first time when she met him?
The first or the second one? The second one.
The first one.
The first one. Oh, this is Keenan, and he and 2 of us.
Yeah.
Didn't say hi, no nothing.
Try to act like y'all didn't exist.
Yeah. So now I go back to you wind and fast forward attention. In that same instance, I remember the deserve.
Yeah.
I go, why you can't say what's up? How come you can't say hello to my mother, bro? This is her house, and you walking in with my sister in the house. This ain't my sister's house.
Yeah.
You show respect. Well, that man looked at me like I wasn't nothing. I told that man when he leave this house, just stay ready. As soon as he left, I went downstairs and I told that nigga, make sure you come to your daughter and leave, and that's about it. You ain't coming in the house anymore.
Oh yeah.
You can't show my mother respect, and you ain't gonna never.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I don't care what go on with me and my mom's.
No, at the end of the day, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the
yeah.
one. That one right there is the reason why your daughter got everything.
Yeah.
Because she ain't working, so it's coming from grandma.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So you should show that person respect why your daughter even have everything that she has.
Yeah.
And if you ain't got no respect for that, then you ain't gonna not given, it is earned.
And a lot of people don't realize that it is.
You have to give respect to give it.
It's a lot of people they don't understand that, man.
Not even that they don't understand, they ain't taught it.
Yeah, they ain't taught it. And you know what? Some were taught it, but they choose to just be
They
choose to just be like, ignore it.
Like my son, he's taught it and he chooses to ignore it.
Yeah.
I have a prime example.
You know what I believe in all the time? I always tell, and I was telling my son this when I had him with me 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
What you wasn't taught.
Yep.
You understand? Because this world has no sympathy. I say it constantly on my show. This world has no room for sympathy.
At all.
It has no room for excuses,
So,
and it don't care about you.
Excuse lands in jail.
You know, they could take somebody your age and give you the amount of years they want to give you in prison.
Yep.
Ruin your whole teenage life, and by the time you come home, you so old, it's too late to start a family.
Prime example.
You know what I'm saying?
I had it going for me. I had a scholarship I had 3 scholarships offered to me from NYU, Syracuse, and Georgetown.
Yeah,
I chose because we was in an era where you go to college and you wasn't getting paid like these kids are now.
yeah.
So my answer to the guy was, how was my mom going to live while I'm in college and I'm getting no money and I'm the only reasons why the other half of the bill, half the money for half of the bills comes in.
Yeah.
I told him, and I will never forget it. I told him I'd rather be in the streets making my money than to be in school making no money.
Mm.
2 days later, I got 2 bullet holes in my shoulder coming out the grocery store, buying a bottle of water and going like that to drink it. And they were shooting at somebody else, and I was an innocent bystander and got shot.
Jeez.
2 in my shoulder and my whole right leg. I got metal from my knee down, and my whole shoulder's metal. I can show you this. You want to see? See the scars? All the way up to my knee.
Oh yeah, I see.
All of that is bullet holes from an AK-47 that wasn't even meant for me. Spent 12 and a half months in the hospital. Another 6.5 months rehabbing.
Yeah.
Cost me my basketball career.
Now while all this is going on, what age are we talking about?
We're talking about 17 to 19. Because it took me 2 years.
Man.
It took me 2 years to heal.
Yeah.
And by that time, it was over because I was mentally messed up and never went back to school. And
Now you take all that, right, with the way you grew up, and then what you're going through as a father. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's enough to make you crash out. How do you I mean, how can I put it? How do you digest that and go, you know what? Because me crashing out and getting upset with society, or even getting upset with my kid's mother, is not going to change the fact of what's happening. So what do you do to maintain all that, to maintain your sanity? Because it's enough to make you, like I say, crash out.
me, I mean, for me, it's kind of simple because something with my best friends no longer here. And we used to say we're not gonna let this. We used to say, what do we really enjoy the most in it? Enjoy the most. It was always my basketball or sports period. And no matter what I go through, for those 2.5, 3 hours that I watched that game, I have no problems.
Yeah.
And it's like, how can I say, like when my problems don't go away, right?
Yeah.
I look at sports like real life. You got to be on the same page to win a game, which is just like with your lady. We're not gonna get any better unless we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Our kids is like rookies.
Yeah.
They don't know the offense until we.
Well, we all got places that we come from or used to live where it's like, I love you, but I can't deal with y'all.
Yup, but I love the time frame that I grew up in.
Yes.
If I had the chance to choose whether I wanted to grow up now or then, I would choose then over the time frame that we in now, because there was a lot more morals in this world.
Yeah.
There was a lot more respect. Like every dude you see out here would be holding the door for a woman or an old lady when they knew when she was going into that store.
Yes.
Nah, they just fuck out here.
Yeah, well, you're dealing with a lot of dudes they're trying to prove to you so much how tough they are, but they really be suckers.
Yeah, because you ain't taking care of your family. Who you take care of?
And not even that. You talking in ebonics and trying to, like, it's like you're not fooling nobody.
Yeah, like who you truly, like, end of the day, who you fooling? Because guess what? I know somebody that you gonna see for you acting tough.
Yeah.
When you meet up with him, he's going to test you.
Yes. But they don't understand that. You know what? I always say gangster is taking care of your family. Gangster is taking care of your responsibilities.
I've always told
You know what I'm saying? Gangster is doing whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying? That's gangster. Gangster is not the guy that's trying to convince you that he caught 10 bodies and he's been to jail 5 times and I've been upstate a million times and everybody knows me and I can.
You know what I got to say to stuff like that? When a person wants to pump how many times they've been in jail, all I tell them is you like men, so you're gay. That's one.
Hey, listen.
Two, I always tell people like, you know what's gangster? Because it take a whole lot of toughness, mentally, emotionally, physically, to continually be there for people that don't appreciate every little thing you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't get pats on the back for everything we do. We get told it's supposed to do.
Yeah. 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 And that brings me back to how we first started this off was, you know, the system is just with this pointing the finger. You got to do this. You supposed to do this. You got to do this if this is where you want to get to. And I'm like, you know, the system is already against us.
It was made to keep us down.
So what you telling me what to do is not making it no better.
It don't make it no. It's just like your parent, right? Like this is a conversation.
We're going to end this and do this. Oh, all right. Let's go down this block because we running into too much
noise and shit. Yeah.
But you gotta expect that. It's New York City.
New York.
It's Harlem, baby.
Like that.
Know what I mean? So you can expect that. Yeah. You know, the crazy thing for me is I was trying to figure out how I was gonna bounce back from all the bullshit, all the noise, all the criticism, all the judging. I felt disappointed and still feel disappointed still to this day. So when people go, you know, Happy Father's Day, I kind of get iffy. Like,
listen.
I don't really like it like that.
I hate Father's Day.
You know what?
I
try to take it and not take it out on nobody, and I just try to. But you know, I think I've gone along with accepting how everything turned out. It's foul, but I feel like if I don't accept it and come, it's gonna make me angry for the rest of my life.
For the rest of your life, yes. Now you know, with me, I can't. I hate, you know, I can't stand Father's Day because of the system.
Yes, it has nothing to do exactly with our kids.
It's the system.
I'm not even mad at with the person who came up with Father's Day. I'm not mad at that.
It has a little bit to do with Mother's Day as well. It's because us as men, we go so hard to make for women that we cherish, to do things for. Have you ever seen the female on the grill on Father's Day? I have never.
I don't know.
I've seen females.
I can't answer that one. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. With my wife's family, they actually, the women, for Father's Day, actually cook. Yeah. That's what makes them some of the best. I got some of the best in-laws.
That's great.
To have.
That's a beautiful thing because it's the opposite with me.
It's food for art. It's bad.
So I have the best in-laws. I have the best in-laws to have, but yeah.
Right? I have 4 kids by 2 different women.
Okay.
That don't pick up that phone. On that day.
Yeah.
That
I'm trying to tell you
when I speak to them, it's why should I give you praise for you continuing to keep doing what you supposed to have been doing from the first day we conceived these kids, what? But you want praise.
Yeah.
So please, I don't understand this. And that's why I say, you know, we should eliminate those 2 holidays. Because I believe Father's Day is every day that you are breathing above ground. You're a father. Your kids alive, you're a father. But also, just having a kid does not make you a father.
No.
Also, because I have a friend who kid lives here and he lives right there. And he won't walk that close to go see his son.
That's crazy.
Facts of life, and I can't hang out with him no more because I can't. It's hard to digest.
You know what sucks being in my situation? Is that I can give advice, but the messed up thing about it, people will just look at it like, well, you don't have yours.
But that's
And
the
it's
reason why
like-
you should listen to their advice.
And I'm like, well, it's not that I don't want mine.
yeah,
My kids are at an age where they can be with me.
they can be with
They're
him.
17 and 16.
So there you go.
But they went so used to what's been going on. And like I said, I take some blame, but also I look at the system and I go, well, thank you, system.
Yeah, because
Thank you.
It's really that. Because especially when you talk about a few years, even just a few years ago, a lot of stuff that's going on now was just implicated.
Yeah.
For years, the system been ruthlessly against us,
Yes.
like with like full throttle, like it's a full blown World War III against black men when it comes to the system.
And it's only getting worse.
It's only getting worse.
It's only getting worse and because
We won't speak up.
we won't speak up. You know what is crazy? I tell a dude all day he can be out in these streets screaming about how he ain't afraid to kill nobody. He ain't afraid to go to jail. When it comes to the system, when it comes to but when it comes to that, you won't speak up. You
When it
tuck
comes to
your
the system, y'all yes sir.
you tuck your tail between your legs when it comes to ACS or child
The
support.
difference between with me growing up and too is because I get in courts and all that places. These are the people I'm really fighting.
Yes.
I'm not fighting my own people on the street. There has to be some craziness to happen for that to happen. But these cops, I will fight them for anything, even if it's a stranger. I will literally stop what I'm doing just to tell a cop like you're wrong, and I will ask that person, "Do you
Oh, yeah.
you good, sir?" Because
Oh yeah.
we to the point we need
Yeah.
to look out for each other.
Well,
If don't-
we're so ignorant and we're so damn selfish and we're so blinded by everything else is going on that we don't do it, man. And we think it's cool to be ignorant. We think it's cool, and we all
They
think
sold that to us.
they sold that to us.
years
And
ago.
the sad thing about it is everybody claims to be so damn smart, but you don't take none of that and use it.
So if we was all so smart as a whole, why is it that we ain't bring Black Wall Street back?
Yo, what train do you got to get on, Keith?
Me?
Yeah.
The 4 to 5.
Oh damn, I don't want to walk you out your zone.
Bro,
Yeah.
I live on Tremont. You hear me? I
Oh.
walk across that 3rd Avenue bridge and take my ass to the Bronx.
Okay, well, let's walk this way then.
No, I walk, bro. I walk. Bro.
All right.
I do this every day,
Yeah,
bro.
well, you worse than me then.
Oh yes,
'Cause I'm a walk.
I walk from Brooklyn to the Bronx
Bruh.
twice a week.
Bruh,
Twice
You
a
work.
week, yeah.
you worse than me. Cause I walk all over, man. I'm all over with it.
I'm everywhere, man.
And I tell people I'm Mr. New York City. I'm Mr. New York City for real. I'm not just BX or Harlem.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
Mr. New York City.
He
That's why people be like, it don't matter what borough I'm from,
Yeah.
because you ain't gonna just catch me in that borough.
You know what's
Some
funny?
people are just in a borough.
That's it.
I'm in my city.
Yeah,
There's
so
a
you
difference.
Got the borrowers,
Yeah.
then you got the blockers.
The blockers. He said the block. Hey, I didn't even think about that. The blockers.
You got the blockers, the ones that never leave the block.
Yeah, nah, it's a fact.
They never leave the block. Oh, you got the bench warmers too. You got
Yeah.
a couple of them. People that, oh man, I used to be a bench warmer.
Yeah.
I used
Yeah.
to never leave the bench until somebody showed me how beautiful New York was.
Yeah, man.
After that, I left New York. I was going after that. I became you became a little, I gotta go everywhere.
Yeah.
And my girl calls me a human GPS because I don't need to. You tell me an address, and all you gotta do is just give me one of the cross streets. Off the top of my head, most of the time I know where we going.
Yeah. That's a fact. Especially if I need to pull up on you.
Oh man. Oh Lord.
But we try not to promote
Oh,
that.
man.
We
I
just
try not
saying.
to.
We just saying.
Like I said, I love to say that.
You know what I mean?
I like to say I'm 12 years removed from that, so I'm glad.
We try
It's a
not
beautiful
to.
thing. It's 12 years.
We try not to do that, man. But yeah, this program, man, which people don't realize is that
Saved my life, man.
it's great. I thank God for Omar, Rob, and those guys because it's years of knowing them. And Omar becoming my best friend, becoming my mentor. Oh man, I'm telling you. So a lot of people leave, right?
Yeah, and be
And-
on some fucked program.
And be on some, yeah.
Me personally,
I can't do it.
if I said that, that means I'm saying fuck Omar.
Exactly, and I
that's how
can't do
feel,
it.
And I can't do that because
I can't do it.
I had $83,000 in child support debt when I came into the program.
Yeah. Oh, talk to us about that. I remember when we had brought that up.
I was never able to get this right here,
State ID, yes.
a permit.
A permit.
My permit was suspended or whatever, or how you say, revoked or everything
Yeah.
before I ever even had a chance to get it. I had my son and I had my first 2 kids when I was 22 when I came out of jail.
Yeah.
That same year,
Yeah.
like about a year in, because they was going on Christmas, so you might as well say almost like back the year. That summer,
Yeah.
I got a letter in the mail from child support while my kids was in my bed sleeping with my girl,
Yeah.
telling me that I'm on child support. I almost choked. I Homer Simpson took.
Oh man.
You know, if you know what Homer did to Bart,
Yeah.
that's what I did to her.
Yeah.
I pop it out.
But that was in the heat of the moment. It's not like.
Right? No, this is why
Yeah.
I love my first baby mom. We love each other to death. Now my mom's was little. That's how quick you forget when you get in the moment. I forgot I was on 5 minutes prior to that. My mom told me that she was on her way to my house,
Okay.
and I had unlocked the door. So my mom's just comes in and sees all of that. She tells me that it wasn't her. It was child support. I'm ignorant. I say I'm not privy to no white people. I take care of my kid. That shit boiled over to $83,523.36.
Yeah. Wow. What was the feeling like when you found that out?
It made me feel worse. It made me feel. True shit. I felt worse than my father, and my father has been has been absent in my entire life, and I felt worse than him because I always said, as a kid, what would you want? I'd rather would you want your father there, present with you, but not saying a word to you your whole life?
Yeah.
Or would you prefer him to never be around?
Yeah.
And I always used to say, I'd rather my father not be around than to actually know that you right there in the next room over and not saying a word to me. So I always felt like, I ain't mad at you, but you not being here showed me as a kid growing up why, when I get my kids, what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
You learn that kids don't need no money. They need your time. So when you see 83,000, it makes me I go to the first thing in my mental state saying, I don't take care of my kids. That's what it makes me feel like.
Yeah.
Because I think about the word, child support. That money goes to the benefits of your kids. That's what's supposed to, but most women use it for their own purpose because they say, I'm the one using my money to take care of the kid.
Yeah.
So I was like, that felt horrible to me. But me personally, I'm in a situation, it's different because my baby mom would not tell you that. I'm saying that's how I feel about myself, but the person who's doing it doesn't say that. She says,
Yeah.
Nigga, I know you do for your kids.
So we're in the infamous Wagner. Let's take a walk over there if you don't mind. Show us, let's give us a little tour.
Let me go give me a little.
Yeah. Let's take a tour. Let's take a tour. Just.
You know, it's funny. I still got mail going in.
Yeah, let's take a tour through there, and you know what I mean. We walk through there real quick.
All right, let me see my guy in the store.
Then I ain't gonna take up too much more of your time. I just appreciate this. I've been wanting to do this. And I told Omar, I said, but I know brothers, they got stuff going on too. You know what I mean?
Only thing I got going on is whatever I want to have going on, man.
Yeah.
I something I live by. As humans, we make time for what we.
Because this is what I want to do with all the fathers. All right, I'm just wait out here real quick. All right. Welcome, y'all. This is our brother Keith, man. One of the fathers from the church. I was about to say from the church. From the program. Yeah, we just chopping up with him. We in Harlem, 2nd Ave. Across the street from the infamous Wagner. So we gonna walk up in Wagner in a minute. As soon as my man come out here, we gonna take a walk to Wagner. I told y'all I ain't playing this year. I'm on it. I'm on it. So a lot of
So that's my nigga in the store. He said, yo, what the fuck I pay? He thought I was
yeah.
me. You be thinking every
so,
day.
so we gonna go through here, y'all. For y'all that don't know or might have heard stories. Yeah, I heard of Wagner. All right, you heard. You heard. Hearing and seeing is two different things.
Right.
So we gonna take a trip through here. My man Keith gonna bless us. We're coming through here. No Doug Zone family. Make sure you leave a comment. You know what I mean? For him taking his time doing this, because it is a nice day, and there's other things he could be doing.
And you know what I love about the program the most, man? They cleared up the monkey that I've always had on my back. I was never able to break through that barrier where I was able to really be able to fully control my life. I'm 83.
Okay.
31 of it was owed to my baby mother.
Okay.
The rest was owed to welfare.
Okay.
Well, they asked for me to go to the IRS and get out a printout of my of the money of my income for 2 years when I first got put on.
Yeah.
So I'm not a dummy. I know that 250 Broadway down the block is the IRS building.
Yeah.
Well, I took myself right down there and got the printout for them. Brought it right to them same day. Shows that I was on, at that time, I was actually on welfare. So they wiped out all the money owed to them. All the way down to $500. And then all I was left, if I was still going to be left on child support, but only owing my baby mother $31,000.
Sheesh.
My baby mother says they're not going to give me that money anyway. And she signed the papers to take me off child support, meaning that basically that what you call it, that amount?
Yeah.
Gets wiped out completely down to zero where it's nothing now. She ain't gonna never see it. No nothing. But like she says, I'm getting money from you every fucking week for 14 years. So I was completely off of child support. Got my permit, able to get a license. And for the first time in 3 days, I was able, in the next 3 days, I'm gonna be even more happy because it's gonna be the first time I'm able to get money from my taxes back.
Wow.
First time every year. Last year, 7,000 taken, IRS, garnished. 1,500 to the state, gone.
That's crazy.
This year was 863 to the state. They took it.
Okay. I was just checking the percentage, making sure we good. 48%. I'm good.
This year the state took the state took theirs, took the whole thing.
Yeah, which that,
But
that's what they're gonna do.
But that's because my mom worked for them, so she explained it that's because I didn't. I gotta go that way, but I just be walking, bro. Like I used to live over, so I be just chilling. Bro, I'm having a good time, man.
Yeah.
And it's like I went through so much hell, bro, from 22 to 35. I'm not gonna do it in my 40s. Is about to be beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
And that's how I look at it. Not even just the 40s. I could retire real soon. And my real soon is in the next 20 years. I'm going to be retired.
Yeah.
Because I've been working since I was 16. So my mom done said that at the age I'm at now, I done accumulated twice as much as SSI money if I was to retire than she has.
Yeah.
Which means I'm almost, now that you got the monkey off the back, watch out for me.
Yeah.
Because now I'm about to open up and I'm about to start a new moving company again.
Oh, man. That would be dope.
I'm about to do it again. I'm about to really.
You might have to call me on that.
Listen. I'm about to really get into classes with them. I'm doing this for electrician. That
Yeah.
was my dream job. Because my mom was an electrician and she teaches me things that she already knows. So I got a little heads up,
Yeah.
head start. But that's always my business. I've always wanted to retire and like I always tell my son, you have to have a realistic career and you have to have something that's your dream. My dream was to always be a sports commentator. It wasn't a basketball player growing up. I always wanted to just talk about the sport. And
Yeah.
I still have that dream. I just don't think I'm ready to talk to really sit on the camera yet and do the real talking yet.
I think so. I mean, you on it now, man. You got a story to tell, man, that I think everybody should hear. If they haven't heard it, they're gonna hear it now first
Mm-hmm.
on No Duck Zone. Because this is why I like having
Mm-hmm.
these chop ups. A lot of people who have these YouTube channels, these shits be useless.
Yeah,
There's more dumb shit being committed than being done on there than people, doing right.
Even real.
Wrong with that. So when I basically go on my channel and I do that, I ain't doing all this other sucker shit you see do out here. It be too much sucker shit on
It's
YouTube.
way too much, bro.
And nobody thinks anything is wrong with it.
No, listen. Yeah, and that's why I say like it's sad because there's so much misinformation, sucker shit, breaking the way morals get so diminished on these on people's platforms is sad. People will tell you, oh, I'm this way and that way, but then they get on the camera. It's straight hypocriticalness.
Yeah.
It's a lot, and it's only and it's a really like a handful of streamers, people that make these podcasts that's really about putting real information into the world. But those are the people that they make sure don't get the airtime.
It's what I like to call popularity versus the truth. Nobody cares about the truth, they just care about what's popular.
Yeah, you get Malcolm X'd.
So some people might look at me and go, damn, McLean, how are you able to talk what you talk? Number one, don't nobody own me.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? This is the reason why I came up with my own show, because I didn't want nobody owning me. I didn't want to be told about what I and even
What I
with
can
me
do, what I can
exactly. But
say.
even with me owning my own joint, I still are careful.
You're careful of what you
On certain topics, I fall back and be like, nah, my G, I'm not going to talk about that because for whatever reason, it don't fit my show.
It don't fit the show.
It don't fit the show. What it is, you cause confusion, debating, whatever you want to call, and then it's like, okay, we're not going to do this.
Yeah, nowadays you can't even have a healthy debate.
No, you can't have a healthy debate. You can't. If you say I'm not a registered voter, they're ready to.
Oh,
they
somebody
ready
just
to.
told me in my classes, yo, on Friday. This is no fun. I'm glad you said that. On Friday, I was just told in classes because I didn't vote that I've been contributing to the problems in America.
Well, that's no different from telling the people, pay your fare and we won't have to worry about violence. When you got people paying their fare and the violence is still going on, as if the people who's paying their fare is not the ones committing the crimes. It's the people who's not paying their fare. Now make that make sense.
So I said the reasons why I don't vote is because of things of how I grew up. I grew up inside of a home that votes Democrat, but runs their house on communist laws. Which is
Wow.
which is what I came to realize that's most black people.
Yeah.
They tell you that, yo, you can't, no running in the house, no this, that, and the third, but if they do it, it's okay.
Yeah.
But then when you do it, you set an example that it's okay for me to do it. When they do it, now it becomes that communist. Now you're just making up a law as is whenever you please.
Yeah.
And when I finally was, and I realized that at 13 years old, and I got my tooth knocked out, literally.
Yeah.
Not just hitting the mouth. My mom knocked my tooth out of my face because I told her she's not a Democrat. She's a communist.
Oh Jesus! She went oops upside your head.
Oops up, yeah. Because years later she telling me because she said I was speaking the truth. You're telling me.
So moms went upside your head for. I don't mean to laugh, but it's like, all right, mama.
You a communist, and I state the reasons why. You say I'm too smart.
But my thing is, Mama, what did you want me to tell you? You know, what did you want me to tell you?
I've always been told I was too blunt. And
I mean-
my mom always told me that. And she says, it's her fault. You used to tell me as a 5-year-old, you're the man in the house and you got to speak up. Women need to stop doing that as well.
Yeah,
It's putting manly responsibilities on a child.
yeah.
Because now my whole life is nothing but being an adult. I never played tag until 23. My son was 1 year old and I played tag and I felt stupid.
Can't replace that time. You know, it's not replaceable.
And that's what I'm trying to, and that's the thing I'll be trying to explain to this ACS worker. Is
That when you catch them when they're young like that, like them kids in the park, you know what I mean? And before you know it, you look up and they're 12 years old.
that's
And
what I'm
they start getting a mind of their own. And 12
Like-
to 16, after a while, it's like,
they don't need you.
yeah, you ain't do
Spend the
nothing.
whole life without you being there, so that self dependency is inflated more. Because
Yeah.
I'm a prime example of it.
You
My
didn't.
father came last year. My father sent me $50. That's the first time in 35 years my father sent me money on my birthday.
Yeah.
I sent it back to him because I didn't know if he sent it to the wrong person.
And even though
And
it was
that's-
50, it wasn't about the amount
wasn't
that he
about the
sent.
money.
It was
just
about, oh
the-
shit.
oh,
Because it was the
shit.
thought. He thought of me.
He thought of me, and I'm like, it took you 35 years to do that because I'm a grown man. I don't need it, so I sent it back to him, right? And it goes to what you say as a kid. If you're not around for your kids, by the time they get grown, it's not the fact that they don't need you. Their whole life is embedded on depending on themselves now. It's like I don't need that. I don't want a reason for you to say, oh, you did something for me.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
never did nothing for me because then you're gonna feel it was all of that. And I'm like,
I don't want you taking that and running with it.
I don't want that for mom.
Yeah.
I don't want my fault telling me, oh, you was never there, or that's gonna kill me. Like that's something I always say will make me literally.
Well, you know what? That's what the system, and it always goes back to them
Back to
because
them.
it's like, oh, now I'm blaming myself.
I tell men
Um,
they can't be men.
I'm stressed out.
Music,
I gotta
yeah,
go.
I-
I
that's
gotta
what
go
I'm
home and
to
get
that.
ready for that.
Yeah.
Where's that at again?
That's 2260 Talatsin Ave.
Taloxin, yeah.
Taloxin.
Taloxin.
Tillotson. I'm at 24-5.
Got brothers connecting.
Right.
Look at that.
Anything about somebody in that building.
Right.
I was in and out.
In and out. Yeah. That's the best, yo.
Word.
Yo, it's good to see you.
Yo,
man.
you already know, man.
Definitely, yo.
I'ma see you
I'll probably
tonight.
See you tonight.
Nah, you
Pop
definitely
up.
gonna see me. I'ma pop up.
Y'all have a blessed one.
Yo, what time we supposed to kick off?
The doors open at 6.
It's 6, right?
Oh Lord. All right.
That's an all-nighter.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I didn't know that.
Yeah, my mom hitting that shit up.
Yeah, old
I
skeggy.
might go. Cause my man girl birthday.
I just got my hair cut last week. I'm good though, so I ain't got to worry about.
Got a word.
I ain't got to worry about all that. Yeah. But go back to the program we going because now that he said that, now I'm ready I'm ready to go now.
Party.
Hey, you know what? Let's stand over here for a second. This.
Word, right?
I like this area right here for some reason. So yeah, man, you gave us, we got a tour, going through Wagner. We got to talk and all that, which is this is beautiful, man. I appreciate this too, man. This is probably the first time I done did one of these, man. Damn, tell the people so if they want to find you, man, if only if you have social media, where can they find you at?
All right. Well, let me see. Let me go look it up. I don't know my names by heart, but the Instagram is BlackMac25. BLACKMAC25. The Facebook is Keith Killebrew. Look me up. You can see it.
Keith Killebrew,
Last
yeah.
name is KILLEBREW.
And your message, your message for friends and fathers. If you had to leave them with a message, what would it be?
I appreciate y'all. Like y'all the family I've never had. I thank y'all so much for allowing me to finally be able to financially put myself in a position where I don't have to look at see half my check being garnished.
Yeah.
Now I can actually take that half and save it.
Yeah.
I'm able to get a car.
Yeah.
And that was my biggest thing. because is that I've always had the option to get it, but because I knew I couldn't get a license, made no point.
Yeah.
I got my two oldest. They got start high school. I get to drive my daughter and my son to the prom. It was something that was never done for me.
Facts.
You know, that's gonna be such a, how can I say? I don't even know how to describe that moment when it happens,
Overwhelming.
because it's like I never had a parent pick me up or come to a basketball game.
Yeah.
And with friends of fathers, that they made me a better father. You know, I see where I went wrong or what I did wrong, and I'm able to change that. And I know I have the time to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have the kids that appreciate the fact that they see that all their dad do is try the best he can.
That's a fact.
Even though I tell them to try to fail.
Yeah.
But they see it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I feel, and above all that, I feel better as a person. I used to walk around Earth angry. I mean angry. Like I'll be the type, like every day before I walk out my house, I'll say one thing. I wish somebody would try me today.
Yeah.
That was just inviting nothing but negative energy every day.
Yeah.
I stopped doing that, and I sleep comfortable now.
Beautiful thing. Man, before I let you go, Keith, man, you got to give the No Duck Zone podcast a shout out, baby.
Oh, listen. Stay tuned for the next episode and the one after that. And if you ain't watched any of the ones before this one, you gotta watch more. Good?
Yes,
Trust
sir.
me. Because guess what? This ain't the first, this ain't the last, and I will be doing more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
Appreciate
you gotta shout this man out.
Yeah.
No Duck Zone, man. Y'all gotta tune in, and then not only just tune in, subscribe to the channel, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Show love, man. Love is love, man. It don't. Same way y'all can double tap the screen and like a picture. It don't hurt to hit the subscribe button.
That's a fact, man. Appreciate you, though, brother Keith, man. Catch y'all later. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's
Happy
go.
Easter.